What's up, guys? Will H back with another video. So today we're doing a follow-up on my MacBook Air M2 15-inch. So I picked this up from Best Buy pre-Black Friday sale for $1,049 plus tax. And picked up the Space Gray. It also comes in Starlight, Silver, and Midnight. Originally ordered the Midnight, and then after watching several of my favorite YouTubers say that color wasn't, it was a fingerprint magnet, I ended up changing it and getting the Space Gray. I've had Space Gray and Silver in the past. I always liked this color, and it doesn't show too many fingerprints. Now, I did have the 13-inch M2 earlier this year. For some reason, I decided to get rid of it. And after I saw the 15-inch, I said, that may be more of my speed. There's a bigger display on there and the same performance. So what I've been thinking about doing is selling my Mac Mini and just using this hooked up to my monitor on my desk like I used to do, but that's still out, still considering that. So let's talk about the hardware on here. So this is made out of recycled aluminum. Guys, see, this is a beautiful device, the Space Gray. You got your Apple logo there, very lightweight, 3.3 pounds. Going around it, you got your MagSafe right here, charging port. You got your two Type-C ports here for different peripherals, hooking up monitors and stuff like that. Going around to the front, you have your nice place here to place your finger and open it up. By the way, this is one finger lift. Now it's sliding on my little mat there, but trust me, you can open it up with one finger, no issues there. And on this side, you got the 3.5 millimeter jack still there. On the bottom of it, you got your 4 rubberized feet and very minimal fingerprints, guys. You guys see this weighs 3.3 pounds, and that is something that I really like about this device as well. This is 11.5 millimeters thick, and in comparison to something like my gaming laptop right here, you can see just how thin this is. These are about the same height, pretty close, not exactly in the same width, but this one is 5 pounds and a whole lot thicker. So throwing this in your bag in comparison to this, there's a big difference. So that is one of the advantages of this as well. So very nice, man. Build quality has been great. No scratches or anything. I normally keep it in a case. Very nice case that was sent out to me by Subcase. So a big shout out to them. I do have a video about that that I'll leave in the description below. So next, let's talk about the speakers. So the MacBook Air M2 15 has 6 speakers. I think it has like 2 tweeters and some woofers or something like that. And the speakers sound great. Now I was looking for speaker grills on here, but there isn't any. From what I understand, the sound comes from here. But it's very nice, full, equal balance of bass and mids and highs. So let's go ahead and listen at the speakers right quick, and you guys tell me how they sound. All right, so that is a look at the speakers. You guys see the speakers sound very nice on here. So next, let's talk about performance of the M2 chip. So the performance of the MacBook Air M2 15-inch has been awesome. I have been able to do everything that I need to do with this. Now, I'm not doing a lot of heavy, fancy stuff with this. What I'm doing is just about everyday stuff with it. You know, viewing emails, viewing social media, responding, browsing the web with multiple web pages open, having, just doing stuff like that. And it is more than capable of doing stuff like that. Now, when it comes to file transfer from things like your SSDs, you're not going to have any issues with that. Has the two Thunderbolt 4 jacks there, and it's going to work great. Now, the speed and everything is going to, depend on your SSD pretty much, and working along with your laptop. So, but I haven't had any issues like that. Transferring large files, it works pretty good. No heat ups. This device really doesn't get heated. Every now and then, if I'm doing a video project or something like that, it will heat up a little bit, but nothing, to shut the machine down or anything like that. So for photo editing and stuff like that, it's going to be great. Now, I don't use Adobe and stuff like that. I use Canva, and for my little thumbnails and, a few other things, but this works great. And I think it would be great for someone using Adobe as well. So video editing, I use LumaFusion on here. I don't have any crashes or anything like that strubbing through the video. Adding little effects, I don't add multiple timelines and transition. Well, I do add transition, but I don't, I don't do a lot of the fancy stuff with mine. My videos are just like this video right here, where I may add a transition, may add some text, and it's been great for that. Now, I'm not using like your Sony cameras with the high record bit rate. I do have mirrorless camera, but most of the time when I use those is in 1080, 60 frames per second. I do shoot 4K on my smartphones and edit on here, which it hasn't been any issues with that at all. So I do wish that I would have picked up the 16 gigabyte version of RAM and also, more storage for future use. But right now, this is doing everything that I need. I had the 13-inch M2 before, and I didn't have any issues with that one performing. Just the size of the display was a little smaller than what I wanted at that time. But the 15-inch has been great. Okay, guys, so we're back in. I changed the wallpaper on here because I wanted to point out something on here. But we're looking at our 15-inch LED liquid retina display, 2880 by 1864, 264 ppi. This gets up to 500 nits of brightness. It's only a 60 hertz refresh rate display, so it's not going to be 120. But strolling throughout the OS, strolling your web pages, YouTube, whatever you're doing on here, it's going to be great going through. You're not going to have any issues with the strolling on here, even though it's only 60. Now, a big thing here that a lot of people don't like about it is this big notch up here. This is where your cameras are, your 1080p camera, and a lot of people complain about that. I changed this wallpaper to, accent that, but normally I keep the device on dark mode, and I rarely see this, and I don't have a wallpaper that's going to be sticking out like that. So it is there. It needs to be pointed out. But other than that, the display is very crisp. Colors are bright. Looking at 4K content or whatever you want to look at on here is going to be great. It's not a touchscreen display. You do have minimal bezels around here. And I really like the display. I think it has great colors and it looks good to me. So let's go ahead next and talk about, so taking a quick look at the keyboard and trackpad. Very nice. Got a very large trackpad that is very responsive, has a nice click to it. You do have your Touch ID over here, which is very accurate. You got your shortcut row up here that has things like your brightness, stop, start, play, volume up and down, things like that, search button. So it's very nice. The keys have great travel and feedback, which I'm not someone who types a lot, but they feel good to type on. I'm one of these that type like this. And it has a very nice backlight, which you probably can't see right here. Let's see if I can turn this light. Let you guys see. Maybe you can see that a little bit there, but they illuminate very well. And you don't have any problem seeing them in low light circumstances. So trackpad, keyboard, and the keyboard and the Touch ID all works great. So let's go on with the video. So next we're going to talk about the camera on here. So it has a 1080p HD FaceTime camera that is pretty good for doing FaceTime and everything. Much better than the previous models where they only had a 720p. As you guys see, I'll show a little clip here of what it looks like, and you can also check out the microphone quality as well. All right, so this is the camera on the MacBook Air M2. This is the quality that you're gonna get shooting at 1080p, and these are the onboard microphones. So just a short sample of what you're gonna get from this camera. So that is a look at the cameras. So next, let's go ahead and talk about battery life on this. So battery life has been great on this. They rated up to 18 hours. I'm quite sure I get 13, 14 hours before having to charge it. I really don't, look into battery life like that. It is just a great battery life on it. Comes with a 35-watt power adapter that has two USB-C ports on it. But like I said, I normally charge mine with the Type-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, and it charges up very fast with that. So battery life has been great for me, so I can't really complain about that. So next, so the MacBook Air M2 15-inch has been a great pickup for me, whether I'm using it with my AirPods Pros, my iPhone, or sending stuff over, airdropping stuff over to my Mac Mini, back and forth. This has been a great pickup. Has excellent battery life, best battery life out of any laptop that I have. Has a great display on it. Keyboard is second to none. Trackpad, speakers are definitely dope. And it's lightweight. So I throw this in my bag, and I didn't want to carry something so big around. I do a lot of my video editing when I'm at work or on, not home in the daytime. At night, I work at night, so I have my job. But luckily, I can do stuff like this, and I have been doing it on my Samsung tablet, which is very small and portable, but missing a keyboard on that. I do take my little portable keyboard sometimes. Sometimes I forget it, and then have to use the onboard. So this has been a nice pickup. And I really and truly enjoy it. The front-facing camera for FaceTiming or whatever meetings or vlogs or whatever you're doing, the front-facing camera is going to be great. Great improvement over the 720p camera that they had. So this has been my look at the Apple MacBook Air M2. Great pickup for me. And I'll do a follow-up if something else changes, or I'll give you an update in a few months. Will H, I'm out.